If you want to transform your life and actually achieve your goals, it all starts with discipline. In this video, I'll be breaking down actionable steps that you can take to help you build habits and stay committed to your dreams. If you're ready to unlock your full potential, make sure you stay tuned for today's video. Hi, my name is Anissa. Welcome back to my channel. Before we hop into today's video, I want to thank you guys for 1,000 subscribers. I'm so grateful. I'm so happy for reaching this milestone. And to show my support and my appreciation, I'm doing a 1,000 subscriber giveaway. I'll be giving away a blind date with the book, and the genre will of course be self-help. To enter the giveaway, all you have to do is like this video, obviously be subscribed, and comment down below, and I'll be picking a winner at the end of this week. Again, thank you guys so much for your support, and without further ado, let's get right into today's video. First thing you want to do when it comes to building discipline is to change your mindset. As you guys know, like everything starts from the mind, and in order for you to actually build that discipline and actually build that bridge between your mind that's telling you to like stay comfortable and stay safe, you have to really work on changing your mindset in order to really get focused on building discipline. In order to actually have the capacity to go after your goals, it's all about mindset. Forming a healthy mindset in order for you to really be persistent when it comes to going after your goals. So you have to really turn into the person who is capable of achieving those goals when it comes to mindset, identity switching, all that. And I feel like the first step when it comes to this is honestly being the person that cares more about your goals in your life and how you want to live your life versus your comfort zone. I feel like a lot of people kind of get caught up and wanting to like play small and be small and not really put themselves out there because they're comfortable. But I feel like when it comes to being disciplined, you have to really break that habit of remaining comfortable and getting used to being uncomfortable. So that's the only way that growth actually happens in your life. So once you can really get into the mindset of, you know what, I'm willing to do whatever it takes to go after my dreams, and if that means I have to sacrifice, you know, my time, my energy doing X, Y, and Z, then I'm willing to do that. And that's when you can really start to put into motion of actually waking up every single day and actually doing what you set out to do. I think a big part of this as well too is training your mind from going to the scarcity mindset to an abundance mindset. Scarcity mindset, they pretty much have a victim mentality. They expect life to happen to them. They don't see that they actually have power in their lives to actually create the reality and actually go after their dreams. They're extremely negative and pessimistic, and they pretty much have this mindset of like waiting for someone to come save them and waiting for someone to pretty much fix their lives for them. So if you identify with one of those things, I think it's really important to switch that mindset from scarcity to abundance. Someone who has an abundance mindset is someone who sees the cup half full. They know that they have the opportunity to create the reality of their dreams. They know that they can do whatever they put their mind to as long as they stay focused and stay driven. They know that plenty of opportunities and resources. People who have an abundance mindset know that the only person that's stopping them from going after their dreams is themselves. They don't see themselves as victim. They have a warrior mindset, and they know deep down inside that whatever is meant for them is going to be for them at the end of the day. And someone who has an abundance mindset knows that it takes hard work, and it knows that it takes your comfort zone and doing things consistently to get results and to attract that success into their lives. They're not letting life happen to them. They're not just like floaters who are just sitting around letting life kind of like brush them in different directions. Like they are consistent and they know exactly what they want and they have a plan for themselves and they seek that through. They're optimistic about their future. They take pride in the journey of doing small things every single day that gets them towards their dream life. And they use every single day as an opportunity to better themselves. So again, I feel like actually taking the time to reprogram your mindset is what's going to really help you build that discipline. And I feel like a couple of actionable steps to actually go towards that is to, one, have a gratitude journal. This is going to really help you see the beauty in everyday life. It's going to see how much richer your life actually is versus, you know, compared to other people. It's going to force your brain to focus on the good things in life and not the negative things. It's just going to really help uplift you and also force you to see that there's a lot of life to live. There's a lot of small things every single day that you experience that help you feel like you are an abundant person. Having gratitude is honestly the best and easiest way to really attract more into your life, and consistently building that habit of showing gratitude every single day. Like I said, it's going to really rewire your brain to really focus on the good things that you have in your life. Another thing too that I feel like is helpful to know is to pay attention to who you're surrounded by. I feel like your circle plays a really huge part in your mindset as well. So if you're around people who are also pessimistic, they don't really have big dreams or big goals, or not even just that, but they just see life from a negative point of view. They don't really have discipline. They don't feel encouraged themselves. I feel like that can really have a downer on yourself as well too. And I think it's so important to find people that you are inspired by. And it doesn't have to be like your family, your friends. Like I know for myself, like when I started my journey, I didn't really have anyone around me to really push me to become this disciplined version of myself. Like people that I looked up to were YouTube creators, like women who were in the personal development space, who were going after their goals, going after their dreams. Like that's what I looked up to. And that showed me like, oh, this life is possible for me. And it really like kept me going as far as going after my own personal goals. So I think it's very important to align yourself with people who are like-minded. And again, if you don't have those people around you, I think it's very important to seek those examples out. It's going to really help push you to keep remaining disciplined and to also keep you on track whenever you feel like you're down. So again, it could be like authors that you look up to, athletes, like musicians, people working in law, or whatever the case may be. Like find a mentor or some sort of thing to aspire you to keep you going. Because I think definitely having a gratitude journal of some sort and also paying attention to your environment will help you build discipline overall as well too. Another big thing as well too, I feel like when it comes to discipline is learning how to prioritize your time. I feel like a lot of people say that they don't have the time to do certain things, but it's really looking to see like, where is your time going? Like really paying attention to where your time is going. Are you spending 5 hours scrolling on your phone? Are you spending 5 hours binge watching a movie or TV show? Are you spending X amount of hours hanging out with your friends and spending a lot of money? Like really evaluate your schedule and see where your time is going, because you realize that you have a lot more time than you actually think that you do, so really take that into account of like where your time is going, because once you see that, you're spending majority of your day just like rotting away and not really taking 1 hour of your day or 30 minutes out of your day to like push you towards your goal, then you can really see, okay, like what do I need to sacrifice to get me to that level that I want to be at, So like I know from reading the 12-week year, I actually have it behind me somewhere, from reading that book, it really taught me how to prioritize my time better, because one of my goals was to grow on YouTube, and he talks about pretty much like giving something up and sacrificing something in order to reach your end goal. And once I reevaluated my time and seeing where my time was going, I was like, wow, I'm spending a lot of time just scrolling on my phone, just not really doing anything productive, or I'm watching other people live their lives essentially, So it's like it was a reality check for me to really understand and see like, oh, like where is my time going? And that's when I really understood there's a lot more hours in the day than I think there is. And I feel like I can use that to my advantage of whenever I'm scheduling my weekly schedule, I can actually put down time of like, okay, I'm going to spend 2 hours working on my YouTube channel. I'm going to spend this many hours doing X, Y, and Z. It's just that like I said, knowing what's important to you and following through with that. And honestly, I feel like because I got to the point of where my schedule is pretty consistent now, and I feel like I've done a good job of building up my discipline, I feel like I still have time to even enjoy those things like binge watching a TV show and hanging out with my friends and doing X, Y, and Z. But I think it's because I prioritize myself first, all the things that I wanted to complete first in my schedule. Now I have extra time to pour into others and pour into my other hobbies and pour into my other things, because I actually was very intentional about my time. So I really encourage you guys to just really pay attention to where your time is going and go from there. The next thing that you're going to do to build discipline is to create healthy habits for yourself. I feel like routines and habits are so important and so essential when it comes to going after your goals. Like you guys know, like the most successful people are people who have routines and they stick to those routines. They don't just wake up and let the day happen to them. Like they have a schedule of what they expect every single day for themselves that are going to take them to the next level that they want to aspire to be at. So it's like really creating habits for yourself that keep you in the most healthiest position physically, mentally, spiritually, financially, etc. I feel like I always recommend this book, but Atomic Habits by James Clear is a really, really good read. It really helped me prioritize habits in my life that make me feel like the best version of myself. And I feel like once you just start, that's going to really help build momentum to keep you going as far as your habits go. I feel like a lot of people get too caught up in thinking that habits are too difficult for them, or they just feel like it's like feeling like a chore or whatnot. But I feel like I promise you, like once you build habits for yourself that like make you feel the most productive, the most healthy, the most X, Y, and Z, like you're not going to regret it. Like everything when it comes to your just overall well-being starts from one place. How are you doing physically, mentally, emotionally, whatever? So like building habits that support those areas is what's going to really help you be the most productive, to be able to even show up as the best version of yourself, to be disciplined and to be consistent overall. And I feel like it's those everyday habits that we do that make us better individuals, like 1% each single day, that inevitably bring us success in the future. I think when it comes to goals, I feel like goals is like a big word to use, but I feel like creating systems instead of goals is what's most important. So having something that you put in your mind to every single day, whether that's excelling in your academic career as a college student, or building a business, or social media, like showing up for yourself every single day in small ways. If you're not doing things for yourself, your body is going to react to that. So it's like, how do you expect to be the most productive version of yourself if you're not taking care of yourself? I think just taking care of yourself in general is just the most important thing. Just really having the ability to take care of yourself and show up for yourself. Just overall, just setting yourself up for success. That you don't feel the most energized when you are staying up late at night, scrolling your phone, not getting enough sleep, not really feeding yourself with nutritious food that's going to actually give you energy. It all starts from one place. So really taking advantage and understanding that like habits that you need to have to be disciplined. And I feel like another great point that James Clear makes in the book is that you have to really set yourself up for success. So if you're someone who has a hard time going to the gym in the morning, like laying out your clothes on your bed, that way when you first wake up, you see your clothes, you're going to actually want to go to the gym because clothes are sitting right in front of you, right? Or leaving your phone in a different room when you go to sleep. That way, when you wake up, the first thing you do is not go on your phone. The first thing you do is be stretch and meditate and journal or whatever the case may be. You have to figure out what best works for you and your own brain. Like, not only you will know that, but it's just doing little things like that every single day that's going to trick your brain to motivate yourself and push yourself to remain disciplined and go after what you want to go after. Also, when it comes to discipline, I feel like a lot of people go off based on how they feel. And I think, again, like when it comes to discipline, keeping in mind your end goal on when it comes to going after your dreams. Like I know for myself, like sometimes I don't feel like editing for 6 hours for my YouTube video, but I know that like I want to keep growing my community. I know I want to keep growing on YouTube. Sometimes I don't feel like hopping on camera. Like I don't feel like doing certain things sometimes, but I know that at the end of the day, like it's not about how I feel. I just do it because I'm a disciplined person. I know the end result is going to benefit me in the long run. I think just not going through the emotions when it comes to discipline, just like doing it and making it a part of your identity. Like James Clear says, once you start something and actually stick to it, like it's going to become a new part of your everyday habit to where you don't even think twice about it. You just do it naturally every single day because you formed that habit. You just simply starting. Like you have to start somewhere. If you're someone starting a business, like you're not going to know every single thing about business, but just simply starting the process of creating a product or creating a service and learning things that you're going to learn down the road is what's going to help you keep going. But if you're someone who kind of just like is paralyzed by the fear of just starting or just like not going, you're never going to get to that point of building that discipline muscle or getting to that point of consistency because you're too afraid to start. Also, just habit stacking. Like there's so many things that you can do throughout the day that's going to build one habit on top of the other. I love like working sometimes, listening to a podcast or kind of walk and listening to a podcast. That way I'm getting information and I'm becoming more educated, but I'm also taking care of myself when it comes to like my physical body. I'm working out. I am taking care of myself physically, but also I'm taking care of myself mentally to where I'm also being educated as I'm going on my walk. Other habit stacking could be you're reading your affirmations on your mirror while you are brushing your teeth. Like it's just simple things like that that are going to feed you information and help you grow as a person. But it's all about stacking it on top of each other. That way you're getting multiple things in your system because you're stacking it on top of each other versus one thing at a time. The last thing to do to build discipline is to create a plan. I said it before and I'll probably say it a million times in other videos, but if you fail to plan, then you plan to fail. And that's so true because if you're someone who's just letting life take you everywhere, then you're not going to really be focused on what it is that you want out of your life. So I think it's so important to be intentional about what you want and write it down. I'm telling you guys, write it down. Because a lot of people say that, oh yeah, I want this out of my life, I want that out of my life. But it's like, okay, what are you doing every single day to get to that point in your life? Are you just doing wishful thinking? Are you just speaking just to speak? What plan do you have that's going to take you to that goal? You can be like, oh, I want to grow on social media, but it's like, okay, are you being consistent? Do you have a content strategy? Are you providing quality content? Like it's all important to really look at the bigger picture because you know exactly what it is that you want, right? So I think it's so important to be intentional and actually write down what it is that you want. And I feel like when it comes to goals, a lot of people get scared because they have this huge goal in their mind. And obviously it's super overwhelming, right? Like you can't just say, oh, I want $1 million by the end of the year and then not be overwhelmed by that thought. So I think it's really important to create SMART goals. SMART goals are specific, they're measurable, they're achievable, they're relevant, and they're time-based. So this kind of relates to like creating systems when it comes to your goals. You want to have a goal in mind, but you want to reverse engineer those goals to fit into your everyday planning when it comes to like your yearly planning, monthly planning, weekly, and daily. So you want to create these goals that are specific. Growing on YouTube, that means a goal you should be saying is I will post one video consistently once a week for this entire year, for example. Or if your goal is to get a job or get a promotion, you want to say, okay, every single week or every single day, I'm going to apply to 10 jobs, or I'm going to reorganize and update my CV. You want to make your goals as specific as possible. That way, every single day when you're working towards that individual actionable goal, you're going to eventually get to your end goal, which is whatever that you set up for the year. But really just taking that one big goal and breaking it down to actionable specific goals, that's what's really going to help you stay aligned to your journey and actually just not burn you out as well too, because like I said, it can be very overwhelming to say that you want this really big goal, but It's really important to do what you can every single day to get 1% better every single day. That will get you to that end goal. And I think it's really important to actually reflect on your goals and understand why you want what you want, because I feel like that's also what's going to help you stay on track when it comes to fulfilling out those goals. These goals have to be something that will push you to keep on going even when you don't feel like it. So reflect on why you want the things that you want. Do you want certain goals to boost your ego, to validate yourself, to reach a certain level of status because you're trying to cover up your insecurity? Like, really sit down with yourself and understand why you want to go after your goals, because your why is going to be so important to understand why you want a certain achievement to happen. Is it to help other people? Is it to have a more fulfilling life? Is it to be able to take care of yourself financially and not have to worry about money anymore? Like, really sit down for yourself and ask yourself why you want the things that you do, because your why is what's going to carry you throughout seasons that you don't feel as motivated and you don't feel as disciplined. Like, you really want to get a handle on your why, because that's what's going to carry you throughout your everyday moments that are going to help you get closer and closer to your dreams. I think it's also important to limit distractions. So again, this goes back to my other point of prioritizing your time, like really being focused and driven and locking in on what it is that you want to do and not really caring about the outside noise. In the day, like, you know what you want for yourself. Like, some other productivity tips that I love when it comes to going after my goals is romanticize the process. So it's like, I love doing a Pomodoro timer to where I'm putting on my favorite film, like a Harry Potter ambiance, like Pomodoro timer, to where I feel like I'm immersed in the world and it makes me feel productive whenever I'm sitting down getting tasks done, or I'm putting on my favorite playlist, or I'm lighting a candle. I think when it comes to these last 4 months of 2024, I think it's really important to take advantage of the season that we're in. I like to take advantage of just back to school time. People are getting more focused and focusing on their academics and going to school. You really use this time to your advantage. I know I will be too, and I really encourage you guys to do the same, to reevaluate your goals and write down things that you want to complete by the end of the year. From the 12-week year, one of the main concepts of the book is to create goals that you can complete within 12 weeks, because you're going to use all your time and your energy locking in when it comes to those 12 weeks. So versus saying like you want to have all these different goals by the end of the year, and then when you get to the end of the year, it's like, well, I didn't complete anything, So really taking the advantage of going after your goals by a 12-week period. That way you can really focus in on that goal versus having your energy just everywhere. And again, really make those goals as specific as you can. That way you can really hone in on being disciplined and going after your goals every single day. I think overall, just having discipline and going after our goals is a really important thing to really hone in on and work that muscle, because, when it comes to going after our goals in life, doing small things every single day, creating habits, changing our mindset is what's going to ultimately get to that dream version of ourselves that is living our dream life. But that is it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Again, thank you guys so much for 1,000 subscribers. I'm so grateful for this community. I'm really excited to really grow this community and create more valuable videos for you guys. The giveaway starts now, and I'll put all the information in the description below. But again, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys for another video next week. Bye.